Alrighty, so upon request, people wonder what I do in Photoshop. Here's what I do. Let me get that photo that I was about to edit. What's up, Gionna? It's right 9436, I believe. No, definitely not 95. Okay. Alright, this one. Shoot in RAW. If you don't shoot in RAW, you're being lazy. Of course. I think I just opened the wrong fucking one. It did. Damn it. New probs. Okay. 9436. As you can see over on the left, I've already opened this in RAW, but basically show you what I did. Actually, let me take a picture of this so I know exactly where my settings are supposed to be. Okay, and I'll do this one too. Okay, and this one. No, I didn't do that one. Okay. Anyways, I'll double tap these to show you what I started with. Okay. Here and here. First things first, what I do is I typically come in to the vibrance section and I pop that up quite a bit. So I was at 47, I'll pop that up. I want the color nice everywhere. Second thing is this white, way too blown out. Recovery, it's fucking great. Use this shit out of recovery because I want something back there. It helps. Okay. As far as the temperature, this is usually what I touch next, is I like to make everything a little bit warmer just because it makes skin tones real nice. And let me dumb this down just a little bit because her cheeks are a little bit pink on that. So we'll go there. Exposure's fine. I want a little bit more fill, I think, on the cheeks. So I'll go to 9. Basically what I try to do in RAW is to get a nice foundation for what I'm trying to do in Photoshop after the fact. And then it kind of loses contrast, so I'll bump the blacks up to right there. I'm pretty much just looking at the settings on my phone because I forgot and I wanted to see exactly how I had it before. Brightness, way too bright. I had it there, so we'll dumb that down. That's nice right there. Okay, contrast, we'll go up to 43. A lot of times I like to go down with the contrast simply because in here, like if there's too harsh shadows, you feel like you lose a lot of texture in here in the hair, and you know, I don't really want that. However, I was able to bring that out after the fact to come over to this section here, which I didn't even touch. So let's see here. We start with this, and then I like to bring my highlights up every single time. I like those right around there, and my lights, highlights and lights I always like to bring up because I want some a good nice base like that. Darks, shadows are way too dark, so we'll bring those up a fuck ton. Okay, we're good. And darks I want up, shadows I want down, because even though the darks are going to be lighter, I still want there to be some contrast, so I'll pump that down to about there. I'm pretty sure that's exactly how I had it before. A couple tips that I like to do as far as eyes. If you are zoomed in, you can grab this little motherfucker right up here on the top, and you can zoom in to her eye. And this tool is really, really fucking useful because it kind of goes, whatever that little center point touches initially. I think I just fucking touched that. Okay. Let me go erase. Let me erase that shit. Alright. So, we go to a new brush. I bring the saturation down right there, exposure up just a little bit. And if you can see, if I'm going into the eye like this, I can touch here and the brush will overlap the color into the black, but it doesn't really affect it. So I like to do that right there. Zoom out just enough so that you can't really tell what's going on. Oh, now with the preview on, pins off. Okay, so if you look at the preview, you can see a very, very slight change, and that's exactly what I want. I don't want it too much, because if the eyes are done too much, you can tell the eyes are done too much, so you don't want any of that. One thing I wasn't going to do, but I'll show you anyway, is if you get a new brush, okay, set the settings the way you want them. I want to bring the exposure down a little bit here and the brightness, because this back here is fucking blown out to hell. Obviously, because it was early morning and that's where the sun was. So if you come back here with this brush, you can darken all of this. You can even overlap like that, but it's not really going to affect the color. It did a little bit, but for the most part, it gives it nice. So then you can come in and erase, and you can erase where you don't want it. The erase brush is just like a regular erase brush. It doesn't follow the same add, how it will go over the corners. So I want that right in there. So if we show the pins, I've got a few different pins. Oh, you can come back on these pins. Like say you don't like the eyes, you can click on that pin and redo the eye. but you have different pins selected. So this right here, if I hover over it, I can see that little white spot right beneath it. I don't want that, so I'll come and erase this right here on that pin. Okay, and let's take the pins off so they're not distracting, and you can see the preview before and after I use that brush. It brought some nice color into the back there. So I'll go ahead and open that up. I am going to try to go through this as fast as possible, so I'm not going to be as detailed as I usually am, but more or less gist of what I do for my post-production stuff. Okay, I always duplicate layers like this. I do destructive editing just because I know what the fuck I'm doing, and I don't ever feel like if I fuck up I'll just go back. Because I have my history, it's set to record 2,000 actuations, so I'll be set there. Right now I've got the spot healing brush, and I should have it on proximity, I don't know why it's content. And just kind of go over stuff like this. This is actually something that Mike Larimore taught me on his Twitch videos. However, his lens is fucking awesome, and you can see all the little pores and stuff, so he goes into a lot more detail. I don't necessarily need to because of the fact that I don't see the detail. I don't want those wrinkles. I'm doing this super rough because of an add-on that my friend Dan showed me. I don't like the pink on that nose either. And this is a hella lazy way to do it. But you can I just kind of grab that patch tool. Let's go like right there. That's nice. Okay, let's see. Always zoom out. Zoom out just to see if you can see any colors that are off, which you don't really want to be like that. That's not too bad right there. Okay, this shadow right here is fucking me up. It looks like something that's really bad, but even though it's not supposed to. Okay, the rest is good. Okay, I'll come over here, I'll duplicate the layer again. I literally have so many fucking duplicate layers, it's ridiculous. So this thing is called portraiture. It's an application that Dan showed me that is fucking awesome with skin. Of course, the way a lot of people show that how they use it is fucking trash, but I usually just grab this, go here, make sure my brightness is up too. I don't touch any of the other settings because I just want to affect what's bright and what's dark, and then I'll click OK. But when I'm done, you'll see that the skin is way overdone, and that's exactly where I want it to be. Okay, this is running a little slow. Let me just hold on a second. Okay, no, that affected it. Okay, come back over. I'll do another pass. Make sure you're on that background copy that you did before, or whatever layer, however you set up your layers. So you're doing the original image, and I'll come in here, zoom a little more, grab a nice shadow. You can tell over here what color it is. I'll grab a darker shadow like that, drop this to -2. Okay. And if I'm doing things fucking retarded, I don't care because this works for me and I'm quick at it. Alright, merge this down, Command E, and I'll throw a mask on top of that. I need to learn the keybind for fill because I literally do exactly this. Fill it with black. So, black on a mask means it's hiding. White means it's showing. Essentially, this layer is hidden now because it's got the black over it. If you want it to show, you paint white on top of that. So just use black and white. I'll put this at around 66. The only reason I do 66 is because I can press the button twice and it's not completely strong, and I only want to touch your skin. So I'll come over this just like this with my brush, get over all the skin. You really want to pay attention to right in here between the eyebrows because like everybody has fucked up texture right there and it does not blend well. But I'll come here, come down, I'll touch this a little bit. And when you do the portraiture, it creams out everything real nice. So make sure that you touch all the skin. She's white and it was cold, so she's got the little like cottage cheese thing going on right there. You can smooth that out, just like that. Okay, awesome. And then touch the tones here, so I should also be able to, oops, cream these out. Yep, it's going just a little bit to get a nice extra little bit of blur back there, like that. Okay, awesome, awesome, awesome. So once I do that, I bring this to about 70. That's usually my starting point. 70, not 780. Okay, and I'll bring my fill down to about the same spot. I'll zoom back in, and I want to make sure that it doesn't look plasticky. It almost looks as if she had a makeup artist with her. So turn this on and off. You probably can't tell in the video, but it's actually making a really nice difference. I might bump this up. Oh, that's why. Fucking liar. Okay. Yeah, nice difference right there. However, there are a couple spots that I don't like. Come back in here around 10 or so. So I'll make a nice couple passes. Right here, I feel like it blends a little too well. So I'll go, of course, back to black. All right, and I'll kind of come over here just so I get a little bit more texture right in there, so it doesn't look too fake. Okay. Zoom back out. Oh, I'm doing this fucking shitty ass little tablet. All right, merge this down. Command E, make another duplicate layer. I have actions up here for my sharpening and blurring and shit like that. I've got an unsharp mask, so I'll just play that real quick. Which essentially, I might even, here, let me go back real quick. If I go here, you can go filter, sharpen, unsharp mask. And I'm pretty sure these are the exact settings. No, they're fucking not. Basically, when you do it, you want it to look just slightly overdone. So right in there. I'm gonna play mine because I know mine's fucking cool. So we'll go right there. Alright, we've got a mask on it already. That's how I like it, because in my book, the background never needs to be sharp. Go 77. So I'll come over all these little bokeh balls, hit them with the black. As you can see on the mask, basically I'm covering this up so this back section is not sharp at all. This shouldn't be sharp either. I'll come right in here. Okay, and also for the most part, I like the sharpness on the grass. You can see the dew on there. Skin, unless it's on a guy and you're trying to get a nice grungy feel, skin doesn't need to be sharp. I mean, unless you're trying to get a little bit more texture out of it, skin doesn't need to be sharp. So I get rid of it there. Come on, kill it there. Let's go here and along here. Okay, you can see kind of right here, it's starting to get weird, like the hair is looking like a bad texture. So we'll just unsharp that. We'll just cover that with the mask. Nice and clean right there. Come over the nose a little bit, right under the eyes. One place I really like to have sharp, yeah, always make sure to get rid of the sharpness on here, because right in between eyebrows is a weird spot for people. I like eyebrows to be sharp and I like eyes. Here, it depends on if I want it sharp or not. Sometimes I'll just kind of take it out of the edge, a little bit like that, and we're cool. Bottom lips, if they're sharpened, they look fucking retarded. They look like they've got chapped lips or something. So try to get rid of that, and around the nose. You don't really need that much. Okay. One thing that I don't know if you can see it really that well in the video is the hair. I'm taking a drink real quick. It's ridiculously sharp, and it doesn't need to be ridiculously sharp. So go about 22 opacity, just kind of hit it once. So essentially it's dropping about 80 something. Okay, looks like we're good. Actually, I don't want these wrinkles to be that sharp, so I'll smack those real quick. Cool, right there. So let me just make this a little bigger real quick. I'll just do a before and after of everything. You can see the eyes got sharp. I got rid of that little spot on the nose. Real subtle stuff, but it's coming along. Let me merge that down. Some things that I do use a really crappy lens, 15mm 1.8, which is like $100 fucking. So it's not that sharp at all, but people always say that my stuff is really sharp, and it's not necessarily super sharp. It's just the fact that I make you think it is. So I just added a Gaussian blur layer. Really light. I think it was set to about 4.4 for the most part. We can hear about 44 or so. It's completely masked off, as you can see with the black right there. And I'll come in with the white in the background. I'll just get that. Oh, there we go. Just blurring it out just a little bit more. And the trick to making things seem sharp is to make everything else seem not as sharp. It's all an illusion. That's what photography is. So if you want to make it seem super sharp, make stuff that you don't want sharp blurry. And a lot of things I like to do to make faces pop. 22, come right in here under the neck, because that's usually a place that doesn't need to be too sharp. And it really nicely pops her neck out, makes it look like it's just extending a little bit more. And come right there. Let's see here. Turn that off and on. You can see in the background right over here, that's where it's affecting the most, and that's exactly what I wanted. Right there. It really makes her pop out just that teensy bit more. Merge that down. Duplicate layer again. Another thing Mike taught me is this thing called black bump, or what he refers to as black bump. So let me go and play that. It's a curve layer, which essentially is you bring the output up here to about 10, and then you drop this down a little bit. And what it does, even though it kind of gets rid of the contrast, is you can see on the skin, it gives it a little bit more texture, and it's fucking awesome. I love it a lot. I use it on almost all of my images, except I like to throw everything around 70. Not necessarily because I think it's the best place, but because I'm lazy and I only want it to be on there a little bit. So we'll go there with the black bump. However, it lost a little bit of the texture in the hair, or a little bit of the contrast in the hair, which is one of my favorite things about this. So I'll come in here with the mask again, kind of paint over that black, so I get some good texture back in there. Okay, let's see here. Another thing I like to do is artificial light. My friend Abel in California made some speed edit videos. He used a gradient, a circle gradient, and it went transparent to white to nothing, like that. And he's really good at fucking painting and shit too. So he kind of paints on his images. You kind of come around here with the radial gradient and you go about like that. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, new layer first. Create new layer. Okay. So you come about like right there. Fucking goddamn it. I have horrible language, so let's go ish. Awesome, awesome, awesome. As you can see, it really looks like the light is now coming from the top. Turn that on and off. However, washes out the face. Let's throw about a 50 on this, and I like to affect fill every single time because I feel like fill softens up the edges a little more. So that's really nice right there. However, I'm about my faces. That's why I shoot. So come back in here with the mask. Go about 66%. And as you can see, it's all there. However, I want my eyes nice and sharp. I want my face to look clean. So I'll come over here and I'll mask this off so that her face isn't washed out because I want the detail in that. Now that looks great. Maybe you get rid of a little bit right here because technically that's under the hat and that wouldn't be even touched by it. And we're set. Okay. However, now that you've got a nice light source coming from up top, I've got another layer, another action, it's called darken. I'll play that. As you can see, it darkens everything. I actually might even play this twice because it's really dark. And I'll merge this down. Or fucking not. Okay, let's not do that. Let's do it once, okay? And the curve for darken is I basically grabbed this, knocked it down just a little bit. So it was pretty global. But if you come in here with the mask, as you can see, I use masks on everything. And they're not really hard. It's just like when I first thought about masks, I thought it was kind of difficult because I didn't understand it. But basically, white shows whatever layer you're using, black covers it. So the light's up here, you don't want that dark. So you just kind of come down like this, a couple passes, and you might not be able to tell, but as you can see over here, it's affecting it completely. Alright, so if I turn that on and off, you can see that the edges down here, they start to get dark. And that even more emphasizes the fact that the light source is right up here. So I might duplicate that, see if it's a little more, okay? And I want a little bit right in here. So I'll go with white so that it does show it on this layer at least. I'll just kind of come like that. Let's get a little bit more color there. And I'll come right here as well. Okay, so let's see here from start to finish. Started here, we're right here now. As you can see, like this is kind of flat, fake light. That's all you need. I only use a body and a 50mm. That's it. No strobes, no reflectors, nothing. Not necessarily because I don't know how, it's just I don't need it. Okay, another thing is an S-curve. Let me play that real quick. It gives some nice contrast in color. It makes the colors pop a lot. Basically, S-curve is just super simple, super light, just like that. Okay. However, it almost destroys what I was going for with the nice skin tones. So we'll drop that at about 30 and put this around 60 or so. We'll turn that on and off. Nice, very subtle color. Okay, what else? Let me duplicate this layer even though I probably already have. This is when I come and burn. As you can see, burn, dodge, burn, dodge, burn. 6% all the fucking way. Tone's protected each time. And we'll come in with the burn, and I'll just kind of burn everything that's dark. Anything I want to be nice and dark like that, come in and burn. The thing that I saw Abel do when I was in California fucking a year ago is he gets the burn tool and he comes around the edges of everything. Just like if you're sharpening something, just comes around the edges of everything real nice. Okay, I like to do this nose to emphasize that a little more. Eyebrows, the game has to be on fleek. And she's got good eyebrows, but if they're darker, the better. Okay, so come in here with the burn. Alright, like to dodge here a little bit. Get a little bit more white there. I want to pop this color just a little bit like that. Okay, let's go there. As you can see, here's light. Hit that. Here's light. Hit that. I don't know if you know what makeup artists do, but they do this like contour thing. They've got lines, like this is kind of how I learned it. They've got lines going all the way around here. They've got lines coming here. So what I like to do is just get a burn and just go like that once. And it doesn't look like a lot, but it literally just, it gives a little bit more texture to it. So we'll do that, and I'll come in with the dodge again. Back on dodge, and I'll hit all the nice little light spots. I might just bring this a little bit more. Because that fucking looks like shit. Let me go back. There's a nice little soft. Okay, cool. Let me come over here with the burn tool. I'll burn it down. And burning does affect darks more than it affects lights. That's why I'm being so global with it. Come over right here, and then I'll hit the dodge. So now I'm on the dodge brush. This is another thing Abel taught me. He's a fucking genius. Set this a little higher. 10, let's go 13 actually. And make a nice little tiny hair strand, kind of like this. And just hit these highlights, like that. Make little fake hairs. Come here, hit all the little highlights like that. Bum, bum, bum. Okay. Hit this jewelry. Make it pop nice. Come back over here, hit these little highlights. Okay. Make sure to hit all the highlights. It really adds awesome fucking texture. Okay. There we go. And let me try to go back a bunch so I can show you what was going on. Okay. I'm gonna go to here. Okay. So this is burned hair and dodged hair. Pops. Fucking awesome. There we go. Okay. So that's all looking good. Let me drop this back down to 6 so I don't mess up. Okay. I might want a little bit more light on her neck. Come here. Let's see here. A little bit on the arm. Okay. And then another thing that a lot of people neglect is the surroundings. I mean, you've got to pay just as much attention to what's going around the image as you do the subject. Otherwise, it gets really weak. So everything that I feel is light, I'll hit with the dodge. I like to hit bokeh with the dodge a lot. It makes it pop really nice. But just come in here, like you could just be sporadic with it. I mean, you can see it when you're doing it. However, when it's finished, you look away for a second, you won't be able to tell it all. This is burn. I'm back on the burn. I want to catch this a little bit more, get a little bit more texture. As you can see, her face is kind of. Actually, okay. This is another thing I was gonna do. Let's throw a curve on top of this. Oops. Right there. This is something I saw Dan do with the fucking hookah bar. And I never knew how to do it. You can get this little picker-upper so you can choose exactly what you want to bright. Click down, slide it up just a little bit. Oh, it's lagging a little because of the video. Okay, let's go there. Let's see what that curve did. It was so subtle, but it makes it nice. There we go. Awesome. Let's go another curve. Do highlights. We gotta do shadows too. Grab that little poker. Poke on a nice little shadow right there. Slowly drop it. Awesome. Let's go right there. So, before curves. We got after curves. Looking good. Looking really good. Can't tell a lot of this. There's a lot going on. Okay, so with the dark curve, I like to mask dark curves a lot. Come back in here with the black. I like 66. It's a good number. So I've got black and why is that not letting me? Okay. Let me go here. I want the face brighter, so you're just coming like right there. Awesome. Okay. Now I think it's still a little bit flat, so what I might do is make an exposure layer, because exposure is how bright it is. I'll bring that, oh, that's looking good right there. Alright, so I want to emphasize the light source even more. Just like before, how we did on these ones up here. Come in, get rid of that exposure on this side. Gorgeous, gorgeous, just like that. So let me pop down. Oh, before I do that, on top of the backgrounds, I like to do color balance on just about every photo. I like yellows in the highlights. I like them a lot. Just a little bit, just like that. Somebody would just do it like this. Okay, drop that down. Nice, nice. Cyans and blues is usually what I prefer in the shadows. if it works and it doesn't give weird colors out. Okay. Let me just see what that looks like. That's good. That's really, really nice. Okay, so before, after. Let me make that a little bigger, more full screen. Okay. And before, after. You can really tell where that light's coming from. It's so crucial. If you can justify where a light source is coming from, it's huge. Okay. Here's another thing I have. The little specs that I use. It's in here, and it is this one. Okay. So, these are my little specs. If you ever see little specks on my photo, this is exactly what it is. So this is it. Kind of go like this. It doesn't matter if it's distorted. Go like that. I'll duplicate this layer. Grab it, make it another odd shape, rotate it weird, throw it like right there. I kind of want to follow where the light is coming from, so the dust kind of falls that way. And we're good with that. Let me merge this down just so you can get a little bit more coverage. And I'll come like right in here. Let me hit it like, go like that, I think. Right there. Okay. Cool. Check that. Merge this all together so it's one layer. Set this to lighten. So nothing that's black is going to affect the image. So hit that with lighten, and you've got some nice little specks running around. You can kind of adjust those where you want them to be. That looks good. I can see them. I don't know if you can see them as well, but they're nice. They're not overpowering. They're awesome. However, if you do zoom in, they're kind of hard. Some of them are a little too dark, or not too dark, too sharp. And like I said, soften the edges. Bring the fill down to about 70. There we go. Might even bring the opacity down to about 80 or so. Nice, nice, nice. So turn those on and off. Got some cool little specks. Okay, mask on top of that though, because there's some specks that are just in the fucking way. For instance, I feel like this one in her hair, too much. Get rid of that. We're just masking it off. See, you can't see there, but when I'm painting black over it, so it'll hide that part of the layer. Alright, I kind of like that one right there. I don't know if that's one. I'll get rid of this because I don't really want that there. Those are a little distracting. I'll get rid of that one. There's a little bit too many right here. Okay, one on the knees, they're a little too strong. And I'm liking that so far. Actually, zoomed out, that's kind of cool. I'll leave that there. Okay, so open this back up. I like before and afters. Before, after, it's fucking awesome. Okay, this is running on 30 minutes, but I think it's worth it. Let me save this into this folder, VSCO. If you don't know what these fucking presets are, I highly suggest you get them. I mean, if you're just doing iPhone stuff, so there's 12 systems. It's great. If you're not trying to do iPhone stuff, you're trying to do more professional stuff, it's great. Yes, the VSCO Visual Supply Company presets are... What is that shit? Yeah, I play WoW. That's what's up. Okay. The VSCO presets are filters, and if you're one of those people that just says, fuck filters, you know, that's so stupid, I understand, but the tones and the colors and for how popular these are, you'd be a fool to just not use them. They are so, so strong. Let me click on that real quick. And they add great tones. I mean, I don't want to spend all the time that I have trying to get the tones right when these ones here, I love them literally so much that it would just be completely foolish not to use them. What the fuck? Okay. Where's that photo? I don't even know which one I'm working on. Okay. Here we go. Import that. The Lightroom, let's click this bitch, let's develop it. But yeah, everybody loves the VSCO presets. I mean, they look great. This photographer, Kyle Panis, I don't know if he shoots film or if he uses these presets, but his shit is fucking sick. And holy shit, this is going slow right now. I want a nice, cool tone. Something kind of like this. Okay, that's maybe a little warmer. You might want to skip ahead on this part until I find the color that I want. That's actually kind of cool. What's this one? Actually, let's do that. Fuck it. However, the film stuff, I'm so about clarity that grain isn't necessarily what I do these for. I just bump this down. That looks beautiful. So, library. Let's go ahead and export this. Okay, get another drink. Go ahead and open that image that I just exported in here. Let's see, it's right there. Open that up. Alright, that's a JPEG. Let's slide it over to my original layer. That's fine. Okay. Line that up. Alright, dope. Okay, so we're right there. Zoom this back out. If I were to just leave it like that, it's a little overdone. And it's under my curves layers on here, so it's almost doubling everything. Make sure that this layer is always on top. And basically, the reason I do this is because I like the colors. I like the tones. They're nice. They're clean. However, it's a little overdone. So I'll drop this around 60-ish. Drop the fill about 80. And I'll just kind of pop it on and off and see what I like about each part of it and mask it off. So, turn this on and off. I like the hair in the first one better, and I like the skin a little bit better. So, grab this, let's throw it at 33. Okay. And we've got a mask on. Uncover some of this hair. I want the color hair. I want the texture and the color in the face back. It's looking good. This is a little dark. I might just lighten that up a little bit with the mask. Come back over like this. Okay. So from start to finish, that's it. That's all it takes.